All right, let's talk about Raw down to the Wichita, Kansas for December 9th, 2024. Let's hurry up and get into it. So we see everybody coming in. At one point, the New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston came in, and they was trying to say hi and shit to everybody. Everybody was giving them the cold shoulder, and Kofi was like, "What did we do? What did we do?" Everyone, they're both of them are confused. Like everybody's hating. So we'll get into that later on. So we start the show when Gunther, because Gunther got some things he got to get off his chest because Finn Balor, if you remember, last Monday jumped into his guts one too many times. So Gunther was like, you know what, you've been jumping into my guts and I don't appreciate it. So you need to come out here so I can give you whatever you need, a whole earful. So Finn comes out with his little motley sex crew. And Gunther basically told Finn that 8 years ago he was the best in the world for one night. And Gunther is the best in the world right now and for thousands of days to come. And because he got the title that he doesn't defend regularly on TV, it proves it. Everybody's clapping for Gunther. And because Gunther made that comment about him being a champion for one night, Finn Balor clutched his pearls. He was like, no the fuck you didn't say that to me. So him and his motley crew jumped into the ring and 4-on-1 the Judgment Day. Then we get Damian Priest's music hit, and he is really upset. So he runs to the ring, and he got to get his hands on Finn. Of course, Finn overpowers them, and whatever the case may be. Everybody's getting their ass beat, and Finn, again, is jumping into everybody's guts. He's jumping into Priest's guts, and I'm not sure if he jumped back into Gunther's guts, but I know Priest got his guts blasted. Okay? So with that being said, whoop de whoop de whoop. Moving right along, we had a backstage segment, right, with the Judgment Day and the Miz, and they were walking backstage, and they were getting ready to battle the Y6 child. You remember them? That's what I'm saying. So then we had to be reminded that Jesse the Body Ventura is going to be down to the Saturday night main event, which comes on regular NBC in your local area, and then it will be replayed on Peacock. Now, I don't know if it's streaming live on Peacock, but it will be over on Peacock if you want to see it later. Now, I know some of the cousins let me know that Hulk Hogan, his funky ass, is going to be there, and I'm disgusted, but I do this so you don't have to. So I will be reviewing the damn Saturday night main events or whatever. And honestly, that's going to be a short review. Anyway, let's keep going. So, backstage, Finn Balor is celebrating with the Judgment Day how he jumped everybody's guts. And Adam Pearce comes skipping his old discombobulated ass over. He was like, you know what? It's cute that you keep running your ass around with these motherfuckers. But guess what? Guess what? I got something for all y'all. And basically, it's going to be a triple threat down to the Saturday night main events for you and Damian Priest and Gunther. I don't know when this was said. I might be jumping ahead, but whatever. That's basically what happened, okay? Being that Finn Balor and JD keep walking around with these non-existent titles, why did you get new titles if you don't even got them doing nothing with it? Anyway, y'all can look forward to a tag team championship against the War Raiders. Just let the War Raiders take the titles. Because don't nobody give a fuck. And because Balor is so upset that somebody's going to take a title that he doesn't have, he walks off like a little bitch. And then we get Liv Morgan was like, before you go, Finn, do you have anything to tell us so we could go out in this match and win? Because when you listen to Finn, you win, right? And it was real snide and snarky. Everybody was laughing. He was like, whatever, bitch. And he kept going. Then they showed a professional bull rider named Colton. So if y'all into the BRP, there's actually a restaurant down here in Columbus, Ohio that is a BRP restaurant. We haven't gone into it, but I'm pretty sure they got like good burgers since it's a bull riding situation, right? Anyway, 8-man tag team match, the Final Testament, Karrion Kross, Akam, and Razor, and The Miz with Scarlett versus the Y6. You know all them motherfuckers with Nikki Cross, okay? Let's not get it twisted here. These guys aren't over. What we like is that the lights get low and we can hear the music, because that music, that Bray Wyatt's final theme is fantastic. The ding, 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 and then the drums hit. I don't know who's doing them drums, but that sets it off. And then they come out and it's like, yay, but we don't really give a fuck about what the Y6 is doing. Anyway, they wrestling or whatever. And Scarlett interrupted and grabbed Uncle Howdy's feet, and he fell over, and she went back and she was like, what? I didn't do nothing. Why? And Nikki Cross snuck up behind her, and Scarlett didn't know. Because remember, last week, Nikki Cross finger blasted Scarlett. So she not down with that. So Nikki Cross tried to do it again. Scarlett was like, oh no, oh my God. And she ran off anyway. And then the Final Testament got the win. Y'all tell me how y'all think about this. At this point, I really don't care. I don't care what. I do not like the Final Testament. I think they need to give Scarlett more of a front and center situation because she is the star. And Nikki Cross needs to be in the front and center situation of the Y6 because she is intriguing and that's who we're interested in. But whatever, child. I don't know the story. Somebody was like, people need to relax and get into it. I can't get into it. Then we had a sit-down interview that is recorded because don't nobody come to work. And they're doing more of this recording stuff. And it's just going to be a staple, guys. I don't know what to tell you. So we sat down with Jackie Redmond and CM Punk. CM Punk basically was like, Seth Rollins is a punk-ass motherfucker who's a bench warmer. He came to me when he was broke as fuck and asked me to open the door for him down to the wrestling ring when he was 16. And I went ahead and did it. And now that he's older, he want to treat me like a piece of shit. And I'm just not letting it happen. And when I get my hands on Rollins, I'm going to reach and, whoop his fucking ass. And that's basically what that interview was, okay? Then we went to the non-title match, Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan. Complete waste of time. Don't know why. This is just pushing the story for Liv and fucking Rhea Ripley to have sex eventually. Dakota Kai is in the Intercontinental Women's Championship situation. So why the fuck did she lose? I don't know. I do know the Pure Fusion Collective, the stud line, they stalking Dakota Kai. Because they going to make her fight them. They literally, after she lost the match, they jumped in the ring and basically tried to run a train on her. Don't nobody want to deal with the stud line. But they're going to make you deal with it. As they put it, they're going to put the strap on and shoot their shot into you. Anyway, we go into a video of Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre is basically saying he done put his hell through his body, and he done lost quarts of blood, and he don't know what's going to happen, but he do know he about to get at Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, and Jey Uso, and they all going to get their ass beat at some point. I just think if you want me to believe Drew McIntyre, he needs to start using that Claymore and start getting people blood. He needs to start swinging that Claymore and cutting motherfuckers. That's where I'm at with it. Then we had Seth Rollins walking backstage. It looks like he either put that blue monster from Monster Inc. in the headlock or he did something to my beloved Cookie Monster. Either way, it was a monster on his leather outfit, okay? So we going into the thing. We get a video package letting us know that Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, hurt our beloved Big E. And so we are just very upset about that anyway. So Cody Rhodes was back there talking to Adam Pearce. Now, y'all do know they was like they got that open little situation where everybody could go through brands. That's just their way of getting Cody on Raw because people down at Netflix was like, we paying all the money. We want all the fucking talent or what we perceive as a star. So I don't give a fuck. So Cody eventually will be on Raw. Anyway, he comes out and he sees Xavier and Kofi minding their business. And he was like, you know what? I known y'all for a long time. And what y'all did to Big E was actually disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. And all they did was walk off. In the real world, I'd have told fucking Cody Rhodes to lick my ass. Like, mind your business, bitch. Why are you even involved? So we set it on you. The fuck? Seth Rollins got out there and addressed his brawl with CM Punk. And he was saying a lot of stuff that I always say. CM Punk is a politician. CM Punk talks too fucking much. CM Punk. Y'all could go ahead and continue to suck his ass. But at the end of the day, I'm Seth freaking Rollins. And when CM Punk wasn't there, I was doing it. And this was fine until funky ass Sami Zayn came out to basically say what? I don't even know, child. And I'm not going to sit here and act like it. So let me find out what he said real quick. Okay, so Seth was upset that Sammy was accusing him of attacking Jay. And Sammy had on Jay's Yeet shirt. And Seth was like, you accused me, motherfucker. And I had to whoop your ass to let you know that that's not what it was. Sami Zayn apologized. He said, tensions was high. I didn't know what was going on. At some point, Sammy compared Seth Rollins to Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins was like, absolutely not, bitch, and don't ever put me in the same sentence as him. I am not him, and I never will be him. Don't ever do that. So basically, Sammy was like, we good, Seth, and Seth was like, yeah, you cute or whatever, and they gave a little, whatever, and they left. So then Sammy stayed in the ring, and he went on to talk about how he feels about Drew McIntyre and, Saturday Night Main Event, and they gonna fight because that's where it's gonna end, supposedly, in air quotes. This whole feud's gonna end at Saturday Night Main Event. So anyway, as he was leaving, Drew McIntyre was like, no, bitch, and he went ahead and attacked him at the top of the stage or whatever. Then we got to Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament first round triple threat match. Ivy Now, Zelina Vega, and Lyra Valkyrie. Lyra Valkyrie should be way over than she is, even when she got the rub from the man Becky Lynch. She gets a response from the crowd. She comes out and she does her wing thing, and we get to say woo, woo, wee, or whatever the case may be. We like doing that with you. We want to exercise our vocal cords with the girls. Can y'all, either way, Valkyrie won, okay? And of course she won, but I don't think she's going to be the one to have that belt. I think my pick was, what is old girl Raquel Rodriguez? The match was whatever, okay? Zelina Vega, by the way, is still in her cosplay stick out like a sore thumb phase, and she wanted to let Joe Test know that her wig is from an anime. Girl, bye. Anyway, we went right into another backstage segment where Rhea Ripley was warming up, and Damian Priest walks up to her and says, eradicate. And I was like, these two hot bitches, it's too much for me. Then, over the weekend, Sammy and Jay presented the 2024 Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship to Cameron Scatterboo. Okay. Then we had a backstage segment with Kathy Kelly. She was trying to talk to Xavier and Kofi, and Xavier was not trying to hear it. And Kofi was like, you know what? This is going to be completely biased, so just shut the fuck up. Xavier was telling the cameraman to give him the camera. He don't got this to do. The cameraman was kind of hesitant. Xavier was like, I know John Cena's your friend. I don't give a fuck. Give me the camera. And so he did the walkthrough with the camera behind him with Kofi Kingston, which gave me some great renders for my banners. Because Kofi looking like, why the fuck everybody mad? So they went in the ring to explain why they turned on Big E. Child, the girls down in Wichita was like, no ma'am, there's nothing to explain. We do not want to hear it. Xavier was like, what did I do? What did we do? They booing, girl. I think they're booing louder than they boo Dominic. I think I heard an air horn. That's how loud they were booing. And then Kofi was like, you couldn't even hear him. Then he said, well, if I'd have got, they was like, no. So they just dropped the mic and left. They was like, forget it. Y'all not going to let us talk. We going to go. Basically, y'all gonna have to do like a either YouTube short or something, because y'all not talking in the ring no more. Like, y'all done. And I love that for them. Okay, because that's the whole point. Then we got the card for Saturday night's main events. And I don't even know who's on that card. I'm not even gonna hold you. Then Rhea Ripley's coming to the ring. Everybody's turned on. She threw her leg up and let some of that cooch air whiffed out into the audience, because that's what y'all live for. And it's an anything goes match versus Raquel Rodriguez. Okay? And we going through the match. Whoop the whoop the whoop. Whatever. Basically, we get to the end. Raquel tried to put old girl Rhea Ripley through a table. It wasn't happening. Liv Morgan came in, tried to get fucking Rhea Ripley to, I don't know, eat her coochie in the middle ring. Whatever the case may be. So it's a lot of interference, the same bullshit. Then Io Sky came in because she saw that Rhea Ripley was having difficulty in, and Io did like a missile drop kick, and then she did her little head flip, which I think is super cute, or whatever the case may be. And at some point, Raquel Rodriguez decided she was going to put the table up because she was about to put the girl through the table, and the girl was like, no ma'am, threw her into a chair and put her through a table through a riptide, and Rhea Ripley, of course, won. What is the only thing that stood out at the end? They wanted to put a seed in your mind Rhea Ripley and Io Sky lifted up the belt together. Some of y'all saying that is a WrestleMania match. I don't agree. But I will tell you that is your Raw review. Hit me in the comments. Juicy!